Right now, your brain is deciding what reality looks like, not by showing you everything, by removing most of it. Your eyes are collecting millions of bits of information every second. Light, motion, depth, color, detail. But your brain doesn't pass all of that to you. It compresses it. It deletes what it considers unnecessary. It builds a simplified version you can function inside. Not a complete version, a survivable version. That process has defined every moment of your life. You have never experienced raw reality, only a version filtered by biology. That limitation shaped human perception for hundreds of thousands of years, until now. Because for the first time in history, something exists that observes reality without those biological limits. Something that does not need to simplify the universe to survive inside it. Artificial intelligence is not looking at space the way you do. It is not searching for meaning. It is measuring patterns, continuously, without fatigue, without assumption, without needing the result to make intuitive sense. This difference matters more than most people realize, because most of what exists in the universe does not appear obvious. Most of it appears as noise, subtle changes, tiny fluctuations, signals buried beneath billions of other signals. To a human brain, that information is overwhelming, so it gets reduced, ignored, lost, not intentionally, automatically. Your brain was never designed to interpret cosmic-scale information. It was designed to help you survive long enough to reproduce, nothing more. That is not a failure of intelligence. It is a constraint of biology. For most of human history, that constraint defined the boundary of observable reality. What humans could detect defined what was considered real. Everything else existed beyond perception, not invisible, just unresolved. This is exactly what happened with the Kepler Space Telescope. It observed over 150,000 stars, recording tiny variations in brightness. Humans analyzed that data carefully. They discovered thousands of planets, published their findings, and believed they had extracted everything meaningful. But they hadn't. Years later, researchers trained artificial intelligence to analyze the exact same dataset. Not new data, the same signals, the same measurements, the same stars. And the system found planets humans missed. Not because those planets appeared later, because humans had not recognized the pattern. Those planets existed the entire time. Their signals reached Earth. Their signatures were recorded. But human perception did not resolve them as planets. That realization changes something fundamental. It means reality can be physically present and still not exist in your experience of it. Not because it isn't real, because your brain does not interpret it as meaningful. Your experience of reality has always been constrained by what your brain can resolve, not by what exists. This is happening right now, in ways you will never consciously notice. Signals are reaching Earth continuously. Patterns exist in those signals. Relationships exist between those patterns. Most of them will never enter human awareness directly, not because they are hidden, because human cognition has limits. Artificial intelligence does not share those limits. It does not get overwhelmed. It does not simplify. It does not discard information to remain functional. It evaluates everything equally. That changes what becomes detectable, which changes what becomes knowable, which changes what becomes real to you. Because reality, as you experience it, is not just physical existence. It is physical existence filtered through perception. If perception expands, your reality expands with it. This is already happening. Artificial intelligence is identifying gravitational lensing, events humans overlooked. It is detecting exoplanet signatures humans missed. It is mapping structure across astronomical datasets too large for human cognition to interpret, not by replacing human perception, by extending it. For the first time in history, observation is no longer limited to biology alone. That is not a technological shift. It is a perceptual shift. It changes the relationship between humans and reality itself. Because until now, every human who ever lived experienced a version of reality constrained by the same biological limits. No one saw beyond that boundary. No one could. Now that boundary is moving. Not because the universe changed, because the observer changed, which means parts of reality that were effectively invisible before are becoming visible now. Not because they were hidden, because human perception could not resolve them. That distinction matters, because it means reality has always contained more structure than humans could experience directly. And now, for the first time, that structure is becoming accessible. Not all at once, but continuously, quietly, without most people realizing it. Your experience of reality has never been reality itself. It has always been a reduced version your brain could survive inside. That limitation shaped every human perception that ever existed, until now. Because for the first time in history, observation is no longer limited to human perception. Artificial intelligence can detect patterns your brain never could, which means parts of reality are becoming visible now that were previously inaccessible. Not because they were hidden, because biology had limits, and those limits are no longer absolute, which means reality as you experience it is expanding.